Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
And once again, we've got some more heat there, and it just seems to take at least a half step, if not a full step up day to day here.
Yeah, it's just been uncomfortable, to say the least, outside. And it's not going to get better for probably a couple days. So what we had yesterday, what we had today, tomorrow, maybe into Thursday, and then things will get a little bit better.
That's good.
A little bit better.
A little bit.
A little bit better. Don't think there's going to be any huge changes, but at least we'll take some steps back from where we are. As I mentioned earlier, that heat advisory has now been extended into Thursday. Originally, it was just supposed to run through tomorrow, but Weather Service has pushed it forward another day. So expect, again, very similar conditions coming up through much of the rest of the week. That maximum heat index could get as high as 108. I've kind of checked some of the numbers out there. We've been as high as 105 in Huntsville today, which is the threshold for heat advisory, 106 out in the Shoals a little bit earlier. So we're going to continue to be in that range. And again, maybe some spots as high as 108 at times. In fact, these are the feels like forecast numbers as we take you through tomorrow, very similar to today. Now, Thursday may be influenced by some rainfall. So we may hit that threshold for heat advisory earlier in the day, and then showers and thunderstorms that come on in may knock things back down a bit. And that'll actually be the trend heading into the weekend as well, as we're expecting a little bit more in the way of rainfall. That will take a bit of the edge off the heat. Won't really do anything about the humidity. We're kind of stuck with that for the time being. But at least the temperatures may not get quite as lofty as what we saw today and what we'll have around here again tomorrow. We are monitoring the radar as we speak. If you remember yesterday, only isolated coverage of rain. I told you today would be the same. There have been a few pop-up showers out there, nothing that has lasted for a long period of time, at least at the moment. It's not much showing up on 31 Triple Doppler. Might still get something yet that pops in the next hour or two, but as we lose the daytime heating heading into this evening and tonight, any chance for a shower or thunderstorm will go away. So by 8 o'clock tonight, should be looking at 0 on the rain chances across the area. We'll stay basically dry overnight tonight, maybe a couple patches of low cloudiness first thing tomorrow morning. That won't last long. We will see a mostly sunny sky once again with those cloud buildups as we approach midday and into the afternoon. And you're going to see here on future radar, isolated on the pop-up showers, nothing that will necessarily last a long period of time in any given spot, but at least there will be that opportunity before the threat does diminish once again heading on into tomorrow evening. Now, I will say we're going to get back to potentially a strong storm threat, but just want to remind you, we are in our summer storm season, not our spring storm season. There's a difference. Summer storms, they can pack a punch. Very heavy rainfall. We, of course, were reminded of that over the weekend with some isolated flooding, frequent lightning, and occasionally, in some localized instances, primarily not widespread scale, we can get some strong gusty winds that can knock down some trees. So anything that pops up tomorrow, again, potentially could be that summertime strong storm. The overall severe weather risk, though, remains low, 1 on that scale of 1 to 5, and basically the same sort of setup for us on Thursday with that best chance for a stronger storm or two, primarily east of the I-65 corridor. So just something to be aware of. Of course, you can keep up with any of those pop-up storms right on your smartphones with the Wave 31 Storm Tracker weather app. Free download if you don't have it, by the way. 75 overnight tonight will be mild, humid, but likely quiet. Tomorrow, hot and humid, back up where we were today, which is the mid to upper 90s. Feeling, though, like triple digits at times, and a few pop-up storms will be a possibility. We'll keep those rain chances here around 20% for your Wednesday, but beyond that, the chances go up a bit day by day here on your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day forecast. We'll say 30% chance on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe going up slightly more in here by Sunday and Monday. And as we take you throughout next week, well, here's the good news. It's not going to be as hot. Might actually see temperatures just below the 90-degree mark, a hair off of average for this time of year. And we're going to have those continued daily chances, I think, for showers and thunderstorms. The weather pattern yesterday, today was conducive to really kind of shut down the rainfall for the most part. But as we see the pattern kind of weaken a little bit, that will allow those daily shower and storm chances to come back. So not necessarily going to be a rain out, won't necessarily rain everywhere every single day, but there will be something on radar to track, I think, leading up to the 4th of July.
And I always thought about rain being a good thing, maybe bringing the temperatures down a little bit. So.
Yeah, it does a little bit briefly, and
right.
then, like I said,
it gets humid, and it gets hot again.
It gets super humid right afterwards. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
Well,